welcome once again to another episode of Open Talk. In today's episode, our guest is Farid Bedr, the Chairman and Managing Director of the Bedr Group of Companies. He is a businessman that has helped the young entrepreneurs, startups to grow up their businesses in Bahrain, and we will talk about his achievements in supporting the young entrepreneurs. Welcome to our show.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Farid, to start with, can you tell me who is Farid Bedr?
All right. First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me for this interview or talk, hard talk, if you will. And I would like to say something about this place. It's beautiful places, very colorful, and you have this goldfish here.
Thank you.
Now, who is Farid Bedr? Farid Bedr, if I can summarize it in one sentence, I have made 25 people in 25 countries in 25 years happy.
Okay. That's nice.
Big.
And they're happy.
They're happy. I'll explain to you as we talk. Now let me start from young, when I was young, because it's very important for the young entrepreneurs to understand that nothing is impossible. Everything can happen.
Of course.
So I loved playing guitar.
Okay.
But I could not afford it. I was 17 years old. As you know, I was a student. And I did not have money. And my father said to me, you must study. You should not be playing guitar, wasting your time. Education will bring you bread and butter. So my classmate, who had a guitar, so I used to go to him, and because he was weak in mathematics, I was good at mathematics.
Okay.
I used to teach him mathematics, and I used to take
his guitar.
Yeah, I would take his guitar and play guitar, and that way I would enjoy my passion in a way, if you like. Then I needed guitar badly, so during the summer, I worked for 2 months in a factory.
Okay.
It was an aluminum factory, so we worked there, and my salary was 50 dinar.
Okay.
So being a factory worker and today factory owner with 200 employees. So that's a lesson for young entrepreneurs to understand that nothing is impossible. If there is a will, there's a way.
Of course.
And that's why I have a formula articulated a formula for success.
Okay.
It's all about my experience. I want to share with you, if you like.
Of course, we would love to.
And I call it the 5P.
Okay.
The first P is passion. Find your passion. Why do I say this? Because passion is everything. Passion in French means pain, good pain. The pain which you are having, but then again, it makes you grow, makes you go
stronger.
after things you love. So my passion changed as I grew older.
Yeah.
So it was music initially, then I went after it and I got it. Then when I went to London for my higher education, I went to university, my passion became martial art.
Okay.
And martial art was my everything. It's like an oxygen for me, day and night. I used to go and I won a lot of trophies.
Nice.
And I was black belt and won a lot of competitions. And I learned something there. So with the guitar, I learned to be persistent.
Okay.
And persistence, thanks to my father who taught me, nothing comes easy. You need to work hard for it. And if you have a passion, you will go after it.
Of course.
That's why I keep saying to young entrepreneurs, find your passion and go after it. The second one is called persistence. Persistence is that you will not give up. You will always persevere your passion and that's important. The third one is practice, practice, practice. I learned this from my teacher of Kung Fu.
Okay.
He used to tell me, Fareed, practice one kick thousands of times
Okay.
until you become expert, you become master in this kick. Then try another kick.
Okay.
So I learned this. This is why I keep telling, I learn myself, I do this exercise myself, and I teach others also. You have to be, to practice, practice, practice until you become expert or excellent into what you do, whatever you do. Being it art, being it business, being it a musician, whatever. And all these masters, if you see, if you like, they are masters because they practiced. They practiced this and became excellent. Now, I'll tell you a story. Picasso was in the street of Italy, and he was walking. An old lady said, "Mr. Picasso, can you draw something for me on a piece of paper?" So he took the paper and he drew something very quickly. It took him 3 seconds. And she took the paper and said, "Wow, very amazing." And she walked away. Picasso told him, "Please wait. Come here, madame. $1 million. He said, "What? It took you 3 seconds to do this. $1 million? He said, "Yes, lady. It took me 10 years to be able to draw it in 3 seconds.
Wow, amazing.
That's a very important lesson. So I came back after that. I worked with my father for 1 year. Then I decided that I need to do something myself. I need to be my own master. I need to innovate, employ people, work with people, try to create something. So I started a company which is doing waterproofing works. So what we do, I was everything. I was the salesman, accountant, secretary, you name it. I was everything. I used to go to people's house. Would you believe it? Take the measurement of the roof, come to the office, type the quotation, and then call the client, negotiate, make an agreement, and then finalize the job, and then ask the supervisor to execute the work. I used to be the purchasing manager, order materials, and then make an invoice.
So you gave us your whole dedication.
The whole
from
dedication.
Scratch.
I learned everything from scratch. And this is another lesson. Entrepreneurs should learn everything so that nobody can fool around with them.
Exactly, yes.
So we said passion, persistence, and practice, practice. And fourth one, patient. So patient, I learned this one from my wife. My wife is everything to me. She is the supporter, she is my mentor. She helps me during hard times. She gives me the energy. And patient is very important because you need it in business. You fail, but then again, and then you fail. You fail and fail. Somebody needs to be there with you, to push you, to support you. You see, I was at some time at the top of the mountain. Then I fell down. I almost lost everything. But those people who are your mentors, like your mother, your wife, your father, these are my mentors who stood with me.
They supported you.
Me
they
up.
had your back.
Yeah, they left me up and supported me. Without them, I would have not achieved those things. So, then we say patient. Then the fifth one is very, very important.
I would like to know what's that.
The most important thing. So when you are successful and God give you everything in life, you need to pay forward. You need to pay back. You need to help others to succeed.
Of course.
And that is very important.
Paying it forward.
Paying it forward. And this is where I am now. This is my stage now, helping others. Now I do it in different ways. I do it in business and in community work. So I was a Toastmasters, so I became a president of FNC Toastmasters, and Toastmasters is the organization, international organization, who helps people to become better communicator. You see, communication is the most important thing. It's brings people together where we can have a dialogue, understand each other, and try to come trust.
Of course,
trust
communication
each other.
skills is one of the most important skills.
Thing.
Yes.
And some of the startups, they lack this. Perhaps they are good in what they do. When they come to present themselves, they lack that
confidence and the communication
skill.
skills. Yeah.
And then they might fail, or the investor will not invest in them because they are not presenting their pitch well. So in another way, I'm also part of a organization, charity organization, where we help unfortunate people. So we have in Bahrain, for instance, challenging things. We have children with behavior difficulties. We need to look after them. We need to help them. There are children with cancer. So we bought a machine throughout the organization, and the community are very helpful. So I raised money. We bought a machine which is in Salmani Hospital.
This is a great initiative.
Yes, yes. And also the sickle cell anemia is another issue. We need to help those people also. This is another thing we do. All right. So what do we do as a company? So by the company of group of company started with small contracting.
Okay.
And then after 5 years, something happened, was turning point for us.
Okay.
The lesson here, when there's a problem, turn it into opportunity. Embrace the problem, embrace the challenge, and turn it into opportunity. So the supplier of product, which we used to bring from UK, told us that from next month, the price is going to shoot up by 15%, which we made us upset. And we told them that this is not good to do that, because we have commitment. We have given quotations, and then we need to stick that. Would you delay it for 3 months? Which they refused. And so I made a challenge. I told them, 1 year, 1 day, I'm going to make a factory producing the same product in Bahrain. It was a big
it's a big challenge,
a big challenge, but the determination of a person and the fire inside, I call it the fire, that drive you towards that passion. So I went around all over the world. In those days, we didn't have internet, by the way. The young people are very, very lucky these days. They have internet, they have all these banks who support them. You know, we didn't have all this. There are so many things in Bahrain. We have Tamkeen, we have BDB, we have, you know, angel investments. You know, I'm really happy what's going on in Bahrain.
It has progressed a lot.
Progress a lot. Every day you see some activities, right?
Exactly.
The young people are very, very lucky, to be honest. And the government is doing a lot about this. I mean, EDB doing great job.
They are, indeed. They are.
Indeed. So I went search all over the world, and finally I found a partner who can bring me the technology. So I lacked the technology. I brought the technology. What was missing? The finance. The finance. What would I do now? I need $1 million to buy the machinery plus the technology to establish this. I had the land and the facility, but I lacked the machinery and technology. So with a partner who comes here, so I need money. I went to BDB. BDB, was there. They wanted a feasibility study. I gave them my feasibility study, and they did their own due diligence. But the CEO of BDB asked me 3 questions.
And what were they?
This is very important to listen to this.
Okay.
He said, I'll ask you 3 questions. If you answer, I'll give you the money.
Okay.
First, why are you doing this?
Okay.
Because always you have to have answer of why. I told him there's a fire here.
Okay.
This fire is my passion. I mean, I want to manufacture the waterproofing. He said, tick.
Okay.
You got it. Where is your market?
Okay.
I told him I am the market.
Okay. Nice.
Because I'm in this business, so I can offtake half of the production. Because I'm doing
You're
this.
in the field,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm in the field.
Yeah.
The other half, he said, what do you do with the other half? I said, I will sell it to the market.
Okay.
The third, he said, tick. The third one, where do you want to be in 10 years' time?
Okay.
So I said, the whole world I want to be. I want to export to the whole world.
Nice.
By the way, today we export to 25 countries.
Wow.
One of them is Vietnam.
Nice.
Vietnam.
So from a company in Bahrain?
Yes. So we are
exporting
proud
it.
of this, that Bahraini products reached Vietnam.
Nice.
So I'm proud of this. Even I'm telling you this one because it's important. Italian companies came to me and told me, manufacture for us, put made in Italy and export. I said, this is impossible. I'm proud of my country. What I'm doing is for my country, and I can't change it.
It serves my country,
yes.
yes.
I cannot do that. Will you like it or not? So we took, it was approved. They gave us the money, but there was a condition. They said, we need stake into your company. We need a percentage.
Okay.
So give and take, we agreed to that to give them 10%.
Okay.
And that was a good move, We were there together with BDB. And imagine, I returned my money with interest, and I was giving them dividend. And then after 10 years, I bought back my 10%. They
Nice.
exited with good profit. I think they got 5 times their investment.
Wow.
And they admit every time they see me, you were the best company we invested in. Some of the
nice.
companies do not return the money, even they are defaulting. So we started the factory. It wasn't easy, to be honest. So we had a lot of challenges.
Of course, it's a factory.
Yeah, it took us 3 years to be able to produce something. The other challenges we face, now we have a product, but the market does not accept it.
Okay, yeah, that could be very challenging.
We have the culture in Bahrain which has to be to change. Bahrainis do not support the local product. They think local product is not to the standard. They rather prefer other imported products from Italy or England or Germany no, we have local products, we have good products. It took me a while to convince them. Now, I'll tell you, this is also a good story, how I did this. So I sold it to shops in Bahrain, which they have this do-it-yourself, shops who sell everything, the building material.
Yeah.
And I was not people were not buying it. So I was asking the salesman, why people are not buying my product? He said, you are new, and this is local product. People prefer imported from UK or even Emirate is better than Bahrain. I said, no, this is not true. We need to change that. I told them, then I gave them the incentives. They said, if you sell 10, I'll give you 2 free. So there was an incentive for him to
be able
to sell it. But there was another issue. There were 2 kind of customers. A customer who will be influenced by the salesman. That is okay. He can influence the salesman. He will ask the salesman, which one is better? So if you tell him this one, he will buy this. But the other customer who have been brainwashed on certain product, they know this product. I buy this, I will not change. So they would take the product and move on. I could not change their mindset until something happened.
What was that?
That is the question. I was shopping in the supermarket,
Okay.
you know, buying grocery and things. I like to eat in the morning is Weetabix.
Okay.
Yeah, Weetabix, you know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like to buy that. So I took Weetabix and went home. In the morning, I was searching for my Weetabix. It's not there.
Okay.
I told my wife, where's my Weetabix? I bought yesterday. She said, you didn't buy Weetabix.
Okay.
I said, what did I buy? So she showed me the box.
Okay.
It was not Weetabix.
Okay.
It looked like Weetabix,
But it
but it was Weetabiscuit.
Okay.
It was another brand. So as you can see, the image is more powerful than the word. So once we changed the drum, I called the factory immediately, change the drums to make it to the
To make it green.
green.
Okay.
And that was amazing. The sales went up, and we managed to sell the product effectively. Now, what is our next, or what we have done so far? So we have now created an angel investment. Angel investment are different from other investments. They take the risk. They invest into startups because the most important element is the risk factor. Not many people would like to invest into startups because it's very risky. You give them the money, they
might
exhaust
not.
the money,
Yeah.
they fail. And we discovered after long research, after investing into 2 startups in Bahrain, you give them the money and they fail, the money is gone.
Okay.
Would you put more money in startups? And I've talked to many startups. This is where they lack. Many banks do not give them money for the second round. And this is where we have the gap in the market. So we come in here and help them, inshallah, try to scale their businesses. So with this, they need mentorship.
Of course, yeah.
So more important than the money is the mentorship.
Yeah.
Try to manage the funds. Try to help them get legal advice and other help they need. We have also invested outside Bahrain into
Okay.
startups because we thought the startups in Bahrain need to mature and grow and learn, and they lack a little bit of technology behind their businesses. So we invested into 5 startups outside in Silicon Valley. We are going to bring them to Bahrain. We're talking now to Bahrain FinTech Bay to bring some of these investors into the FinTech Bay. So that will be really good for the ecosystem. So they come here,
And
we engage them with the startups in Bahrain.
Exactly.
They will learn, and hopefully we will help the ecosystem of the startups and entrepreneurship.
well, that would be great. That would be great to have that in Bahrain.
Thank you.
So would you like to say any last words to all the young entrepreneurs or
Yes.
the youth out there?
The youth, don't be afraid of failure. Fail forward. You always have challenges. We fall down, get up and go forward. Try to have mentors always with you to help you to lift up, and I'm ready to be there for you.
Well, I'm sure they would love to have you with them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Once again, we had our guest today was Farid Bedr, the chairman and managing director of the Bedr Group of Companies.